room service caller. I arrived soaked at the Willow Creek Inn just after midnight. The lobby smelled of pine and old wood. A single desk clerk offered a warm towel and directions to room 7. In the room, I shed my coat and sank onto the bed, wrapping myself in the thick duvet. Outside, rain slapped the windows. I pulled out my phone to order food, pizza or soup, then paused when it rang. Caller ID, room service. Odd, since I'd only just connected to Wi-Fi. I answered, "Hello?" A whisper. I laughed nervously. I prefer them on. The whisper hung silent. I clicked off the bedside lamp. The room plunged into darkness. My pulse spiked. "Good," said the voice. And then said to look under the bed. My breath caught. I clicked the lamp back on. Under the bed were muddy footprints, no shoes in sight. I leaned in. A pale handprint on the sheet. My phone buzzed again. Caller ID, room service. Text message, hide. I yanked open the closet. Inside, a woman's nightgown, stained and torn. The closet light above it swayed, though I hadn't touched it. I grabbed my suitcase and prepared to bolt, but the phone rang once more. Caller ID now read 911. I answered. "What do you want?" A cooing whisper, "Stay and serve." The closet door creaked. Behind me, the bathroom light came on by itself. I spun. Nobody there. I dashed out of the room into the corridor. Empty. Carpeted in deep red. I ran to the lobby. No desk clerk. The front door stood ajar. I fled into the rain. Behind me, I heard the phone ring again, inside the inn. Weeks later, I found a postcard in my jacket, postmarked from Willow Creek Inn. On the back, "Thank you for your service. We recommend you for 1313. The shifting room. The sea breeze in was a dream, waves crashing, gulls crying, and an ocean breeze drifting under my balcony door. Perfect for a writer's retreat. I checked into room 104 and unpacked my typewriter. Morning light woke me. I went to the lobby for coffee, only to be told I was in room 109. I frowned. The clerk apologized, handed me a new key. I swallowed and tried to smile. Back in the room, different bedspread, different artwork, yet the same view. The waves looked identical. On the second night, sleep eluded me. I counted waves until dawn. When I awoke, the clerk handed me a key to room 115. I asked why. He shrugged. "We rotate rooms for freshness." I moved my luggage again, but noticed my desk was covered in sand, and my typewritten pages were missing. Only one line remained on the pad: "I have not moved." On night 3, I dreamed of footsteps in the hall. I woke to my door creaking shut. I peeked out. The corridor was lined with doors numbered up to 120, none matching my key. I tried door after door. Each opened to the same ocean view, same bed, same faint scent of salt. I realized I'd been here too long. I couldn't remember arriving. My watch read 3:15 a.m., then flicked to 12 p.m. A clerk's voice called, "Breakfast in 30, sir." I sprinted to the lobby, only to find it deserted, chairs overturned. The window looked out not to the sea, but to an endless wall of fog. I returned to room 104, my original key, finding my body asleep on the bed, head pillowed on a sheaf of blank pages. I whispered to the reflection staring back in the mirror, "I never left." The Frozen Guestbook. The Alpine Grove Lodge was a postcard in winter, icicles, pine-scented halls, and a crackling hearth. Maria signed the guestbook on December 24, 2025. And froze at the entry above hers, December 25, 2030, "We met again." She laughed it off until she noticed a new page inserted with her name, dated December 25, 2026, "Thank you for joining us." Her blood ran cold. That night, wind shrieked outside. Maria dreamed of footsteps padding through the snow, then a low knock on her door at 2:17 a.m. She cracked it open, an empty hallway, frost swirling at her feet. The guestbook lay on her pillow, pages fluttering to December 25, 2027, "You took too long." She threw it on the floor. Morning brought frantic searching, pages from her journal slipped between the book's pages, confessions she'd never written. Each line dated a future Christmas. On December 25, 2028, Maria woke to an empty lobby. The fire was out, and the guestbook lay open on the desk, her final entry, in bloodied script, "I am never leaving." She realized she couldn't, time had trapped her in the lodge's endless Christmas cheer.